This video is going to be about people who have been eating healthy for some time, and there will be one concept that may catch people off guard. They may remember when they were eating junk food and have a little bit of an off memory. You see, I've driven across the country twice, round trip twice. And so that's four one-way trips, and there were some good gaps in between all four trips. I also drove to California and back twice, and it's kind of funny because out of these 8 trips, each time I get ready to drive and I try to remember the last time I drove long distance, I tend to remember all the good things about the trip, people I met, uh, things I saw, experiences. Sometimes I get to eat something that I don't find locally. I tend to remember that, and I tend to forget about how uncomfortable it was to sleep in the car, depending on the climate of the place I'm going to. I tend to forget how hard it was to find food in some places. I tend to forget traffic jams and road rage and all the difficulties that can come with traveling on the highway, or even just not being able to find a bathroom. I tend to abstract that away and tend to remember meeting people, going to theme parks, scenery. It's a common problem I see a lot of when people get off of junk food. They'll remember all the high points of junk food. They'll remember the movie theater popcorn when they went to the movies, and they'll remember. Uh, the truth is, they did have some good experiences eating junk food, but it came with all these other rotten experiences. It came with all the cravings that go with it. It came with all the extra weight and the health problems that came with not only the good experiences with the junk food, but the other episodes that came with the being addicted to eating these junk foods. And for a lot of people, it actually can be an addiction. And then I also see people who tell me that they eat junk food in moderation, but they eat it in moderation all the time. They have to eat it today because they're with certain friends. They have to eat it tomorrow because they need to study for an exam. They have to eat it next week because they're getting their exam back and they're nervous about what their grade is. I actually see that a lot, and you realize that they're better off just not eating it at all. Because let's face it, every day is going to be a good day and every day is going to be a bad day, depending on how you look at it. But the thing is, a lot of people misremember what their experience with junk food is. It's a good thing though, because one thing that a lot of people will misremember is how painful childbirth was, and that is one distortion that actually keeps our species alive. Um, but unfortunately, it's a very destructive habit when it comes to getting off of these lifestyle habits. I have this habit a lot too. I sometimes misremember what my ex-girlfriends were like, and I want to get back with them. And I get back and I get sorely disappointed. I misremember these travel experiences, obviously. I have a tendency to also misremember various hobbies. I might misremember. You see, if I'm searching coins, for example, I'll tend to remember the times when I found a lot of interesting coins, and I'll remember a lot of times where I didn't find anything, but I tend to abstract them away. I know they exist, but they only exist in the abstract in my memory. Yeah, there were 90% of the time I didn't find anything. But I forget that the 90% of time represents real time. It represents time I took away from writing computer games or going on dates, or, I tend to abstract it away as just time. Same thing with, going on these dates with girls that disappoint me. I tend to abstract away the time and money spent on them as just time and money. I forget that the money that I spent going on dates with girls that, I'm just are just I'm just throwing money into a pit. I tend to abstract that away and forget that it represents real money, money that I could be using to go to a computer gaming conference, or to eat healthy foods, or to go on dates with girls that actually mean something. And the memory gets a little bit distorted. I tend to remember that one event, that she might have pleased me, only to keep me around, basically. Sometimes I think a lot of these girls, they get really good at how to be rotten and still keep the guy around. They know how to occasionally throw a few crumbs at you just so you don't leave. And unfortunately, my memory can distort that sometimes. Thanks for watching.